Good Tuesday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Vin Crosby from the Weather Show with Vin Crosby on YouTube. And boy, it's kind of like the calm before the storm. It is pleasant out in the early afternoon hours. You can hardly see any of the leaves moving on the trees, but that's going to be changing this afternoon. As a powerful cold front moves on through, the wind is going to kick up, and we'll be seeing lots of leaves scattered about the ground over the next 24 to 36 hours. Wind advisories are up in the Treasure Valley, down pretty much east of Boise, down towards the Magic Valley. That goes on through this evening. Winds are going to get gusty, well over 30 miles per hour in Ada and Canyon County. But back in that wind advisory area, we could get wind gusts up around 50 miles per hour, maybe even higher in the higher elevations. There is going to be the potential for some wind damage and blowing dust. Looking at the clouds across the region, they just look phenomenal. You see those clouds back over here, how they kind of like form a line? Yeah, those are mid-level clouds, and as you go higher in the atmosphere, there's an incredible amount of wind that's going to punch on through. As a matter of fact, the satellite picture showing the tight spin of the clouds and kind of how they're moving very rapidly in a thin line, that's an indication of the jet stream. But the direction it's coming from, the northwest, is a very dry pattern for us. So we're not going to see any rain from this at all. We are going to see a lot of wind. And because the temperatures, they're in the 60s, and the cold air that's moving in is going to be dramatically colder, we're going to see a lot of turbulence in the atmosphere, a lot of mixing, and so that's really going to transport some of these high winds from the higher levels of the atmosphere on down to the surface. And it's going to kind of plow its way on through late today and overnight tonight. We will see wind gusts, like I said, up over 50 miles per hour in some Treasure Valley locations, certainly down by the Magic Valley. There could be some minor wind damage as well. I'm looking at here at Kleiner Park. Obviously behind me is beautiful here in Meridian, but as you know, Meridian is expanding every day, every second, and the construction I'm looking at over here with the crane up and all this stuff they've got going on and the 4 or 5 foot level of this new apartment complex they're putting up, that's going to probably blow around quite a bit, and wouldn't be surprised to see some wind damage in some of these construction zones in the high-rise areas. So we are going to see a lot of wind this afternoon. Once the front moves on through, it'll start off gradual, and then we'll see a pretty big push of wind, especially in Ada County and points on east, down by Mountain Home and out in the desert. So big changes coming our way with a real cold push of air. The problem is that this sharp system, and you can kind of see that here with the computer model forecast, at around 20,000 feet, see how those lines are compacted there? That thing is going to just turn and rotate right on in through much of southwest Idaho. The air above the surface at around 18,000 feet is going to be dramatically colder. So with that cold air mass coming over the mild air mass we have down here at the surface, very volatile, explosive-like atmospheric conditions, that will rotate the atmosphere and kind of push a lot of wind into the area. So very tranquil right now, but that's going to change. I know hunting season, general deer hunting season for rifle starts here on Thursday the 10th. It looks, hunters, like we're going to get a first couple of days of some cold air. We're highs from the 60s today in the Treasure Valley to the 40s tomorrow. That's it. And then overnight lows in the 20s. We'll see a hard freeze for sure. And then the pattern kind of settles out. It looks pretty mild and pretty tranquil. So hopefully the cold air will get the deer moving around a bit from the high levels, and we'll be able to out and have some good safe hunts. Safety first on those hunts out there. Always wear hunter orange, my goodness, and don't take those extreme long shots. That's about all I have to say today. I did have a couple of great days going up with the South Fork of the Boise River fishing last week. I'll share some of those pictures here with you. It was just very tranquil. Had an osprey eagle come on in and dive down in one of the pools I was fishing in. And then I fell into the water, slipped on a rock, went right down to my right side, got my arm and all that wet, but no injuries. That's a bonus plan there. No broken bones. South Fork of the Boise River, below Anderson Ranch Dam, a trophy trout stream. Gorgeous fish. Very healthy, very active. Had a good day. Caught about 8 big fish. The biggest about 22 inches. It looked like a little football. Fun times. Fun times. All right, I'm trying to think of what else I can share with you. I don't have much right here. I am working on that winter weather outlook for the upcoming winter season. I'm going to break it down, give you snowfall totals for across the region. And we're going to do some specials this upcoming winter. Did a little bit of it last year at the end of the season, a few during the summer months, but every week we'll be up at Bogus Basin this year, and so hope to see you up there. And right now at this point, I think we're going to have a pretty good ski season, skiers, so we'll see, break it all down for you in the weeks to come with my winter weather outlook. Hey, folks, we love our sponsors, and if you want to be a sponsor, just email me at theweathershow1@gmail.com. Reasonable rates, as you can tell, we get a lot of viewers, and a great return on investment, too, from some of our sponsors that we've had in the past. So that's it for the Weather Show with Vin Crosby. Subscribe. You hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends and family to subscribe. TV, YouTube television. I love it. You can go, and I know a lot of you are streaming out there. Please just save our little show and help the starving weatherman earn some money. It's pretty amazing watching this crane go by here. Fascinating. That thing's going to be rocking and rolling tonight when those high winds coming on in through the Treasure Valley.